I've got a couple of questions here. One in particular I thought was really interesting from a lady. She says, is Bitcoin a good point to buy here, or should I wait till January of 2025?
Yeah, see, that's, again, guys, with stuff like that, it really depends on what is your plan. You have to have a plan. Okay. If you're just jumping in and you don't have a plan of what you're doing, then you can't really figure out, okay, should I be doing this or should I not be doing that? Is it going to be better to do this or to do that? So you actually have to sit down and figure out, okay, who am I if you're a trader or an investor, who are you as a trader investor? What is your current, and I say this to all the time, especially our students. I said, you got to know, and you have to be honest with yourself about this. What is your current income? What's your current wealth level? What is your short, mid, and long-term income and wealth targets? What are you looking to do? Then you have to figure out, okay, how many hours a day do I have to do this? And of those hours a day, how many do I actually want to do it? You can have 10 hours a day, but you only want to spend 2 hours doing it. You have to be brutally honest with yourself about this. And then the biggest question, the hardest one for most people to answer is, am I risk tolerant or risk adverse?
Yeah.
I'm quite risk adverse. You won't see me jumping out there with these Hail Mary, oh my God, I hope it works. There's a 1 in a million chance this is going to go thing. I hit base hits all day, every day. That's what I work to do. That's my bread and butter. And that gets me where I need to go. But if you don't answer all those questions honestly with yourself first, it's going to give you false answers, which means you're going to approach the market in a way that's not going to be beneficial to you. And it's going to actually probably lose you money or make you a lot less money than you could have made, because you'll do one thing when you should have done another. So before you guys do anything, you have to figure this out. Don't just jump in the market and buy and sell. Figure out who you are. What are you doing? It's in life. In life, you should have goals in life.
And if you don't figure out who you are in a military engagement, in a business, or in like, this is just, you have to do that no matter what the role is.
Yeah.
In trading in particular, I think a lot of people can have careers and they don't do this. Like Crypto Bad Fox, my new little friend here, got to have an entry plan, a goal, and an exit strategy. Most people never create an exit strategy for their career.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, this is a systemic problem that people they don't apply basics. Okay. You don't have an exit strategy for your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You don't have an exit strategy for your career. You don't have an exit strategy for your equity investments or your money or your death. Are you going to exit this earth with grace and respect, or your kid's going to be like, having to sell themselves to bury you? Right. I mean, you have to do some planning. Now, I'm not good on this exit strategy part. I'm probably not good at, and this is where I know myself well enough to go, probably need to talk to somebody about this, because I have a blind spot. See, because Chris and I are very different. Now, I have done this, taken some flyers. Like he said, he never does that. I have thrown more money away. But most of that's because I haven't really ever gotten stuck on money. But because I know, and maybe even subconsciously, I've never wanted to be a billionaire, because I'll get lazy, dude. I kind of need to be hungry. And that's why I don't keep much money in the bank, because I don't want to see big numbers just sitting there. I don't have to go on TV today, I mean, some of this is not about me needing to. Some of this is healthy for me to stay engaged intellectually, right? So I don't have to dig a ditch out there. I can literally work 4, 5, 6 hours a day, create my own environment. And to Chris's point, hey, do you want to do this? Do you really want to look at these charts in this micro detail for hours and hours? Because you can't just look at one chart. To trade, you have to look at everything. So these are really basic. To me, trading is for me, that was my first career. And I had to learn real basics, because the cool thing about trading is you literally can commit hara-kiri in trading. And the burn on trading is much faster than a bad relationship.
Yeah.
dude, you find out very quickly, and there's a little that you can do about it. Okay, it can be there is no negotiation, especially in Bitcoins. Like, you're liquidated. Thank you very much for your business today. Hopefully you don't blow your brains out, right? So,
yeah.
This exit strategy. This is why I was asking them about the miners. Hey, how long do you if you put 800 grand into miners and you can exit for $1.5 million in 4 months? I realized, oh, I don't have an exit plan on these 3 miners, because I don't really understand them.
Yeah.
I do know that they're probably getting a bid they didn't get 4 years ago from the AI piece of this. And I suspect they're going to get a big old piece of it, right? And by the way, it's only 4.5% of my whole portfolio of crypto.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go broke if the miners go bad, right? It's a relatively small, 800 grand. It's a relatively small position relative to my Bitcoin. And I actually just got talked into it. Like, I talked to a couple of people on the mining side. I went, okay, I can see how this would accelerate. And we have some history, right? We've seen this happen before, not just in Bitcoin, but in also gold markets and silver markets, in oil and gas markets, where the resource miner trades at a premium. I think we're going to start to see oil and gas companies. I don't know what you think about this, but I think we're going to start to see oil and gas companies, their multiples are going to start to increase when people recognize none of this happens without Exxon.
Yeah.
Without extremely dense energy. It's either going to be nuclear, nat gas, or oil or coal that drives this AI world. It is not going to be hydro. And I mean, it could be hydro, but we don't have enough hydro.
Yeah.
So there's going to be so many. I think there's going to be monster opportunities here.
Yeah, I think one of the big opportunities is energy. I mean, just what you said there. Again, I live in Texas. We've got a huge, Texas got its own energy grid. ERCOT takes care of that. And, matter of fact, I believe that Iron AI facility in West Texas is just right off that ERCOT grid over there. So, I mean, really cheap energy coming in there. But, I've been watching this stuff coming in here because just of the things we've had happen over the last few years with our energy grid and what's going on. And so we get the San Antonio area is getting huge. The energy, they're looking at the next 5 years, what the energy draw is going to be there and how much more it is than what we currently produce here. And so they've got to get that figured out. I mean, that's not going to not happen. It's going to happen. So they've got to get it figured out. How do we produce that energy? How do we get it here? And, I think if you're looking for, interesting plays, I think energy in one form or another definitely should be at the top of your list, because like you said, this stuff ain't happening without it. And especially when you get the high performance computing and AI, it's a significant energy draw, significant. And that's just on top of us using energy for everything else we do and electric cars and whatever else we got going on. So yeah, I think it's definitely something to look at.